All right, everybody. You are here for your... Oh my god. I'm so not ready. I thought the... My god, my cartridge isn't even... My webcam's not even on. There we go. Much more like it. Ah. Hello, everybody. Don't even have my splits open. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. But how's everybody doing? It's great to see... Oh my god. But it's great to see everybody day in, day out turn up in numbers. I really do appreciate... My god, my DS is dying right before the event. Let's give it a blow, guys. Together. 1, 2, 3. Did it work? Did it work? Oh, it didn't even power on. All right, did it work? It's not even powering on! Okay, it's powering on now. It worked. It worked. We did it. You did it. You contributed. All right. Let's get those 32 tracks up. I'm going to get the splits on screen. My god, I revealed... so quickly.
And the best player of all time
Run as admin.
is...
There we go.
Abel.
Make sure to, guys, make sure that every single
/A
window
B-E
you open, you run as admin.
Abel.
Anywhere. Anything you do, you must run as admin at all times, okay? You want to get those extra frames. Let me get the right splits here. Okay. Thank you, Bash, for the redeem. Hello, everybody. Witty Janta, Orca, Saga, Marty, Mary, Puddings. El ano más famoso del mundo. The most famous of all anuses. Get my splits ready. Alright. Okay, so the deal with today is that Matthew was meant to join us for commentary. However, he's not feeling very well, so he's not going to be doing that today. Hopefully in the coming days before we actually go to the actual event. But I thought I'd take the opportunity to do a no reset 32 track run or 2 and practice some commentary for it. So this is going to be probably a no reset. I'm sorry for getting Matthew sick. It's my fault. Why? I will be running around as an admin kissed for the extra 5 frames. Get some mortar inside it too. I heard it's great for removing dust. Oh, the DS will do. One of your special drinks. Anyway, give me a minute. Oh yeah, by the way, Famous Anus, if you're in the chat, check your DMs. Beep beep. Beep beep. Beep beep. Hello, Salam Salat. Anyway, we'll be starting to run soonish. Just posting the link around. The Lampulance. Jesus Christ, man. Discord channels take 1,000 years to load. Might be time to get a new computer one day. It's nearing its life cycle, I feel like. The previous one I had between 2012 and 2019, I think. And this one is nearing its 7th year. So it might be time to pack it up sometime soon. Thank you, Neutrino, for the good luck. You're sick too, Puddings? Oh, I'm sorry. Hope you get well soon. Oh. What are you, like a sore throat or something? Or what's going on? I'm due to get sick soonish. Hopefully not, but I haven't been ill in a while. Are we getting a capture card update? By the way, are the audio levels good? Are these audio levels good? I need to set up a green room where I can test stuff. Not have to resort to chat. Be like, good chat, did this sound good, chat? You should do an ASMR channel for subs only. I could have ASMR only sub streams. Audio sounds good. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Very, very good. Alright. Oh, we're having post office issues as well. So, fuck the Royal Mail. My DS is finally on its way. Oh, right. I thought you were getting it back already. I misunderstood. Anyway. Right. Yeah, Mary's been fuming all day. King Charles lock-in. Sort it out, King. Hey, you dropped your, I was gonna make a dumb joke. Anyway, okay, look, I'm gonna go serious mode now. I'm not very serious at the moment, but I have to go serious mode. Also, I didn't put product in my hair. This is bad. Ah, whatever. Leave it like that. I am going to simulate that I'm doing a speed run at a live event. Okay, so I'm going to be practicing my commentary. Let me know, guys. Serious critiques only. Let me know how it's going at the end. Will you comment while playing as if it was Sunday? Yes, I will practice this now, Bash. Okay. Right.
All right, now who's the most famous anus? It's Cardi B,
I'll let
fat
this,
ass,
I'll let
that's
this.
who, then Gloria the
TTS.
hippote, he.
My friend Andy Dufresne did a big poo shard in the fucking shower.
Oh, yeah,
and
we got
crawled
Andy
to his
Du-
own
An-
shart
I was
to
gonna say
escape.
Andy
He stunk
Dufresne.
up the prison something rotten that day.
Andy
Fucked the
Dufresne
Royal Mail
mentioned.
King Charles sex.
Great
Feck serious
character.
mode dress as Shrek in the next feckin'
Andy
stream.
Dufresne,
Shove the
man.
product up
Crawled
your bottom,
through a-
naughty boy twig.
Crawled through a river of shit and came out clean on the other side. I don't know if this speedrun is allowed on emulator, but if it is, I would totally do these speedruns every October. They are allowed on emulator and on Wii U Virtual Console. And why every October? That's my question. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the good luck. Anyway, we're going to get started. Hopefully it goes okay. Okay. Right, okay. Hello, everybody. My name's Abel. I've been playing this game for nearly 20 years now. I've been involved in the community. I'm a Mario Kart DS player, hailing from London. Made the journey up to Glasgow to attend my first UKSG, and quite privileged to be here. And yeah, I've been running this category for the last couple of years just to mix it up with my regular time trial gameplay that I do. And with me is Matthew, who isn't right here right now, but will be there in commentary on Sunday. So thank you for being here. And let's get started. So this is the 32 tracks category, the main category on speedrun.com. I am the world record holder there. And the run is around just under an hour or so, 55 minutes. So the world record's a 52:14. You play all tracks in order on hard difficulty from start to finish, from figure 8 circuits, from the Mushroom Cup, all the way to Yoshi Circuit in the Lightning Cup. 8 cups total. Anyway, let's get a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's get into this. So Mario Kart DS, you may or may not know it for its infamous boosting technique known as snaking. Snaking is, well, it's in the name. You zigzag from left to right in a snake sort of pattern, and yeah, that's essentially why the game is famous or infamous at a high level. You can basically boost continuously and gain a crazy amount of speed, and yeah, this is figure 8 circuit. We like to call it essentially the sandbox snaking track for the game. We're already getting a blue shell, and I guess I have to talk about blue shell dodges, which are possible in this game, unlike many of the other Mario Karts. You charge a mini turbo, and just before the point of impact, you release the mini turbo and hop away with the right timing, and that basically allows you to dodge blue shells on 150cc quite easily. It is also possible to do this on 100cc, albeit it's only really mostly possible on slippery tracks like Frappe Snowland, DK Pass, etc, etc. So that's track 1, figure 8 circuits, fairly simple introductory track. Moving on to Yoshi Falls, second track of the Mushroom Cup. Fairly short track, not a whole lot to say here. We can carry on talking about some of the tech that this game has, like double hopping. So it's not purely just moving like a snake, you can also do double hops around corners here in order to take different lines, do continuous left or right facing mini turbos in between those double hops. I guess I'll talk about the item strategy in this category. So you need to shield yourself from the CPU's items like red shells, blue shell. Well, you can't shield from blue shells at all, unless you've got a star actually, which you can get on DK Pass in first place. But that's a different thing that I'll cover later on in a couple cups time. But yeah, you can get protective items like bananas or green shells, so those will be pretty crucial when it comes to defending yourself from, it's mostly red shells really. In fact, I think it's only just red shells. Cheap Cheap Beach. In fact, I'll start talking about PRB here. So PRB is basically the next level, the level that comes after snaking. It stands for Prolonged Rocket Boost, and it's essentially when you get the perfect rocket start and you maintain that boost state through chains of mini turbos. It's a very interesting glitch. To this day, it's still being debated as to whether it was intended or not by the developers. Never mind snaking, but yeah, it's a very, very interesting glitch. So you can cut through off-road, water at full speed as long as you're boosting non-stop. So yeah, but yeah, Cheap Cheap Beach. Oh yes, and also there's lightnings that are involved. Really nothing you can do against them except if you get a star item. You know what? I'm not going to go for PRB here. That is an incredibly awkward bounce, but we're going to keep going, finish the race off as best as we can. And yeah, as you're lapping the CPUs at the end, you really have to watch out for their aggressive use of the items. It can be very problematic. They can bounce you around and really ruin your lines. And yeah, essentially, as Pudding says in the chat, it's 5 or 7 seconds of just automatic time loss. So if you're going for a world record, or really just a good time, you need basically the run to just fall from the sky. Luigi's Mansion now. This is the 4th and final track of the Mushroom Cup. Obviously based off of the GameCube launch title. Game I really like. Game that actually gave me nightmares when I was a kid at one point. But anyway. The track's got a very fun strategy. Transitions into a mud section right at the end. And on that topic, there's different surf or road types in this game. Terrain types. Which make the kart behave differently. So on flat roads here, your kart doesn't move as erratically. You don't have to add any extra handling or anything else. So on to lap 3 now. This is a very poor time for my standards, but since we're in a live setting, it's okay. But anyway, again, as you can see, the CPUs are getting in your way. That bullet bill had an issue with the tree. I've actually never seen that before. That's funny. And we are finishing at a 6:04. Usually, a comfortable time here would be a sub 6, maybe a 5:55, 5:56, etc. So here I'm going to perform some PRB, hopefully, at the beginning. Just clearing the pyramid there. Saving a whole bunch of time, but unfortunately we cannot keep PRB. Since our boost has already expired between mini turbos, we cannot keep it there after jumping from that height. So we'll just race the track normally. And yeah, this track came back quite a bit, I think. Yeah, Mario Kart World featured it. Obviously Mario Kart Wii, and I think maybe even 7, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, actually no, I don't think it came back in 7. But yeah, not a whole lot to say about Desert Hills here. First track of the Flower Cup. I'd say probably the weakest of the 4 tracks here for this cup. Oh, it didn't. Okay, so thank you, Sparkling. Very awkward part of this race is the section there with the hills themselves that cause a lot of trouble when it comes to actually dodging blue shells. Delfino Square, probably regarded as one of the best tracks in the whole series. Shout outs to one of the longest record holders here, G Danzi, aka Giulio Centrone from Italy. Probably going to be voted one of the best world records of 2008 in an upcoming video. And here I'm just going to slow down on purpose, even though that might have cost me a bit of time in order to dodge that red shell. There's also different ways you can do this section here. You can take the mud cut, which I did on lap 1, or you can do the dock cut, which is slightly harder but saves a bit more time. Or you can just simply go around. Hello Wilco, good evening. I'll perform a little bit of PRB right at the end there. Ideally, you want to... Oh, hang on. There we go. Crisis avoided, and we get lightning, which is very unfortunate. So that is, again, an automatic, like 5 to 7 seconds of time loss. Gonna hold the mini turbo there, going into the mud cut. Oh yeah. That's another thing you have to watch out. There's loads of rogue green shells that fly around on certain tracks So you gotta look out for those projectiles, and obviously items that CPUs drop, like bananas, fake item boxes, and so on. Waluigi Pinball, probably one of the most popular tracks in the whole franchise. This is probably why I regard the Flower Cup to be one of the best in the whole game, because we've got Shroom Ridge coming up shortly, and that's also well regarded. But this was featured in, I think, 3 games after DS. It was featured in 8 Deluxe as a DLC track, Tour, I believe, and obviously MK7 on the 3DS. A truly amazing track. And I think I'm having a bit of an issue there with my D-pad. But anyway, a recent shortcut here was discovered in the last year, which allows you to cut a good... Whoa, let's try and do the math here. So the world record was a 155 before this shortcut was discovered, and now it's fallen to a 131. So that's... what is that? 25 seconds? Just under 10 seconds per lap, which is absolutely insane. It's been over a year and a half. Well, look, it's still fairly recent, I think. In MKDS terms, I'd say that's a fairly recent innovation. So the time trial leaderboards changed dramatically owing to this shortcut. Owing to the what is called the super bounce. Oh my god, what a good time that was. That was at 158. And this new super bounce tech was also seen in other tracks like Luigi's Mansion and Delfino Square. Never know what the future holds, but this is Shroom Ridge, the final track of the Flower Cup. I'm attempting some PRB here. Hopefully my co-commentator will be supporting me. But anyway, I was successful, thankfully. This is a very, very cycles-based track. So you can go in between cars in order to save time. Very, very technical, but satisfying to race once you learn the strategy. It's just about getting the right racing lines. The RNG hasn't been too bad. And the world record, to people's surprise, PRB's a full 3 laps here. With second place, a certain MK Dasher, who's been playing the game pretty much as long as I have. Only managing to do it for 2 laps. And here comes a blue shell, which I very luckily dodged because I had enough boosts. Even after I released the mini turbo a bit early, my boost still lasted just enough time to dodge that. Anyway, lap 3, we're just closing out the Flower Cup, and on a good pace here. There'll be a bunch of CPUs just hitting the cars, and we do a little swag ending there in order to... Doesn't even save that much time, but it is pretty cool to show off that the finish line there extends. Star Cup now, so this is DK Pass, probably one of my favorite tracks, especially on 100cc, which is the default speed class for Wi-Fi. And to mention, there is a Wi-Fi community still around. Thought I'd just mention that. And this particular item box here is very important to get, because it always guarantees you triple mushrooms or a star, or even a... I don't even remember the percentage. I know Puddings in chat knows what percentage it is to get a red shell in first place, but it's a very low chance. But anyway, we're just going to chain this. So apparently it's a 1 in 200 chance, according to Puddings. So we're just going to chain these shrooms here. And then get the box again. If we can luckily get a star, yes, there we go. We can hopefully dodge a shock. If we just keep an eye on the bottom screen. And what's really cool about this category as well is that it teaches you to be alert at all times. It just doesn't, it's not really about, hold on, they might try and steal my, never mind. Toad was stealing a different item. So the boo item allows you to steal another player's item. So you got to be aware of that as well if you're holding onto a star. I think I'm probably good. Ow, I accidentally pressed X there. That's the thing with this game. You can use items either by pressing... That is so incredibly unlucky. So what happened there was Daisy happened to pull a shock right at the end. And I've been holding the star for that very reason, and I just accidentally used it by pressing X. Which you can use L or X to use items in this game. Okay, so onto TikTok clock. Obviously, if you played Super Mario 64, which many people I imagine have, this is based off that game. And I just went the wrong way. Wow, okay. Again, very cycles based. You've got to pay attention to the clock hand. Ride the cogwheels here. If you're on a good pace, lap 1, the cogwheel is always going to be on the left. Laps 2 and 3, it's always going to be on the right. And obviously you have to pay attention to this pendulum right here, which will move depending on your pace. So yeah, very highly technical track. Fits very nicely with the theme of going fast and time, given it's a clock. So yeah, can be very, very fun, but frustrating to race, as you can see. There's a lot of yellow on this track as well, so bananas get camouflaged quite easily. Okay, just heading to the finish now. Again, very, very scary to be lapping the CPUs there. Because... Hold on. Let me just change my splits. There we go. Because they're all over the place. Getting in the way, possibly bumping you around. Okay, so Mario Circuit is a very interesting track. It underwent a transformation in 2014 after a Japanese player discovered a shortcut which lets you hop over a wall here. I'm just going to demonstrate that now, if I can get it. Okay, I failed it, but I'm usually getting it very, very often. Hopefully on either laps 2 or 3. Probably one of the better tracks. Came back in Ink Deluxe as a DLC track. The player was Folk. Oh yes, I know Folk. Very, very good Japanese player. So we're going to try again here. There we go. That's 1. So this saves a bunch of time. It's an automatic, I think. I'd probably say almost a 2-second time save if done correctly. And I'm very, very fortunate to have learned this trick recently, because I was pretty clueless to doing it when it came to doing it at previous speedrun events. And okay, I missed it lap 3, but it's fine, we got it once. And that's good enough. 135 with some pretty crappy mistakes. Okay, moving on to Airship Fortress. Another very, very popular track. Recently came back in Mario Kart World. Races really nicely in DS. And I very, very briefly held the world record here for the fast lap. Many people in the... Well, it's a community thing to call this track Australian Fortress, given its long association with Australian players of a very high caliber. So that's been a long-running community thing. Just got to get around these bullet builds, and there's a mold section here. Handy piece of tech is to go between that, well, not mold actually, I have to get this right, the rocky wrenches. And here comes another blue shell. We haven't seen that many during this run so far. I'm sure we'll come to expect many on Sunday. Yes, Extreme Sonic, you do need that pretty much all 3 laps. Speaking of 3 laps, we're on our 3rd lap here of Airship Fortress. The racing hasn't been the best, admittedly, from me. Commentating for the last 20 minutes, almost non-stop, and trying to do good lines is, yeah, very hard, trust me. But a very cool track in terms of its theme. Now the blue shell is going to come at me from literally nowhere. It just came from the right. Doesn't really make sense how blue shells come at you sometimes when you come out of cannons, like on Waluigi Pinball or on here. But that's the Star Cup. We're now moving on to the Special Cup, and you'll see why it's special in a minute. It's, for whatever reason, very RNG heavy. But yeah, Wario Stadium, probably one of my favorite tracks in the whole game. Very PRB heavy. The world record here is absolutely crazy. It's a 147 by Japanese player Taiga. If you haven't seen it already, Summoning Salt in 2024 covered the world champion of Mario Kart DS. And wow, that is a seriously early lightning. I've been getting really early lightnings on this track for whatever reason. But check out Summoning Salt's video on the topic of the world champion. Hello, QB. Covering the meteoric rise of Taiga, who has a crazy world record here. But yeah, just actually covering what I'm doing. What I'm doing here is a out of bounds skip, the first you'll be seeing, where you fly over into the dead zone, fly over into the out of bounds, triggers a checkpoint, and then Lackey 2 comes and picks you up, and it saved approximately 1 second each time done correctly. You combine that with this PRB strat here, where you just basically abuse the mud, go around the whole thing, and it's quite enormous time save compared to like just jumping over the hills and stuff. So luckily we got this 3 out of 3 now. So that was okay. Actually a pretty decent race. And next up is Peach Gardens. Very technical track again. Can actually be 3-lap PRB'd to everybody's surprise. But unlike myself, unlike MK Dasher and Tiger, I am human. Those are the only two who have managed to successfully 3-lap PRB here. So they are in their own little category. They are the Messi and Ronaldo of MKDS, period, to make the football comparison. So yeah, again, the Summoning Salt video covers it very nicely. So what we're doing here is just snaking through the hedge maze, avoiding the chain chomps, making sure we don't hit anything, and dodging this blue shell quite nicely. It was at a favorable angle. The bloopers, people, I will say, people underestimate them greatly. And a lot of people say to counter that, just use the bottom screen. But when you're trying to drive as tightly as possible, you really need the top screen. So you just need to sort of guess with whatever information you've got on the screen. Even if, like, a big part of it is obstructed. And another blue shell. That's another thing with the CPUs. When they're collecting an item box so close to you, they will insta-roll a blue shell and just hit you, like, within a split second. So you have to be aware of that. I will say this is a very reactive category, if I were to describe it as something. So it's not purely about just go fast and forget everything else. You have to be on your toes at all time. You gotta have your eyes on the road. You have to look and see if there's any potentially hazardous items in the way of any shortcut you're about to take, etc. But yeah, this is Bowser Castle. This is definitely one of my favorites as well in recent years in terms of like the technicality, little jumps you do, little pauses in the gameplay. Some very, very satisfying mechanics, like doing these quick MTs here on the stairs. MTs being short for mini turbos. And obviously there's cycles that you have to oh, that's very, very unlucky. That can happen, and that can cost you a bunch of time because it's a very, very high fall there. But yeah, again, as I was saying, very cycle based. So you have to be aware of that. Especially with the thwomps, the rotating room, and the moving platforms there. Moving on to lap 3. Since I fell down, my cycles are a bit off now, so I have to be extra careful. So far we've had, I was going to say, some pretty decent items, but we're getting a blue shell now. But luckily, we're in a pretty good spot to dodge it, as we were just doing a... wasn't paying attention there. A left-facing mini turbo. And yeah, you can read any donations if you want. Cool little ending there at the end, by the way, might as well say it. Since the finish line sort of extends across. So, in order to avoid having to drive around, saves you a bit of time. But yeah, Rainbow Road is one of these, and that's another thing you need to watch out for. The CPUs will bump you out of the road. Bump you off the road. You have to be very careful. The rubber banding is very real in this game. So, wow, that was brutal. Okay. So that's one shortcut of 2 that Rainbow Road offers. That's called a pipe shortcut. Works pretty much just like the Wario Stadium shortcut that you saw before. Triggers a checkpoint once you fly off of... turn around, you fly across. Oh, I just realized I was meant to do another one that I guess I'll do on lap 3, never mind. But I'm going to do it again, just with a mini turbo this time. So again, you fly across to the left of that pipe, and Lakitu will pick you up and place you back on the road. And that saves another second or 2, I believe. Okay, there's another shortcut, which I haven't done on lap 2, which I'm going to attempt now, if the game even allows me. So we're going to turn around here. And that was meant That was very, very close to happening. We'll try again since we have, we shock dodged. There we go, did it. That's called the loop cut. And it allows you to skip basically the loop section there for a considerable time cut. Extremely difficult to get all 3 laps. In fact, it's almost impossible to get it on lap 1 with all the chaos that's going on with the CPUs. So that's why I avoid it in my runs. But anyway, that's the Nitro tracks done. We're moving on to the retros, onto the first track in the franchise, SNES Mario Circuit 1. Basically is the PRB sandbox of the game. Just like Figure 8 Circuit is the sandbox for snaking, this is where you come to hone your skills at PRBing. With the world record currently sitting at a 37 point, I believe 323 or 31 something, I forget. But yeah, not much to explain here. Just blast out mini. Oh, just missed there at the end. Just blast out mini turbos and you can get a comfortable sub 40 time with the Egg 1 with the right lines. And now Moo Farm, track on the N64. Not very popular, gotta say. This DK is, as always, amazing with the RNG. For whatever reason, as a community, we have discovered, and this is credit to someone called Puddings. Shoutouts to Big Puddings. She discovered that for whatever reason, Donkey Kong has a higher probability of getting red shells in this game. We don't know why. And I just almost self-fake item box there. But yeah, speaking of RNG again, just thought I'd mention that in the N64 version of this track, the molds are completely RNG, even if you are doing a time trial. Apparently they are completely RNG, which makes it a nightmare to race on. Luckily here though, it's not the case. So that's Moo Farm. Now we're moving on to Peach Circuit, which is, in a way, a carbon copy of SNES Mario Circuit 1 in that you just PRB the whole way through. And again, as I keep mentioning, referencing the time trial world records, they are absolutely crazy. Do check them out. You go to mkwrs.com/mkds. So that's mkworldrecords.com/mkds. Check them out. There are some pretty crazy times. So now, a pretty good run here. Let's see if we can rocket boost right to the end. Luigi almost sabotaged that. And that's a pretty good time, a 52. Which would rank probably, I think, maybe top 50 on the world leaderboards for the individual tracks. And now GCN Luigi Circuit. This is the first track in Mario Kart Double Dash, and oh my god, I got a very awkward bounce there, so I lost my boost, but it's okay. Apparently, on I think 50cc or 100cc in that game, there is a barrier separating the traffic right here in the middle, which I never knew about. Apparently in 150cc they removed that. And apparently in the beta version of this game, that railing was there. Apparently. Very unlucky there. The Boo item stealing my defensive item, knowing that there's a red shell / blue shell coming. So So I managed to dodge the blue, and sadly, because that red shell came at an angle there, I couldn't dodge it, even with a green shell. So it's very, let's just put it this way, the AI, the red shell AI in this game is very good and fair. So yeah. So that's Luigi's Circuit. I'm not terribly thrilled about this track, in all honesty. But it's made for some fun Wi-Fi races. Let's just put it that way. Now the Banana Cup. We are entering our 6th cup here. This is the Banana Cup, and sadly I've lost my PRB, but that's okay. Another flat track. Another SNES track from Super Mario Kart. Again, just PRB the whole way through. Some fantastic records came out of the community here, especially in recent years, with one Canadian player by the name of Cole Edwards, Dr. Mario. Shout outs to him. He's driven an excellent 54.998 in the non-PRB category, and it's still world record today. And they've recently had a Canadian Mario Kart DS meetup as well in the last week or so. It only took them 20 years. Very unlucky with that lightning there. When you're little, you cannot go on the off-road, or else it loses a bunch of time, or sometimes you can't even start a drift, depending on which off-road it is exactly. Now, Frappe Snowland. In case you're wondering, no, you can't turn around and just drive into the nothingness and then get respawned. Thankfully, in this game, they fixed checkpoints, so none of that happens. With PRB there at the beginning, you can... Oh, hang on. With PRB there at the beginning, you can basically skip that entire shortcut, or that entire out-of-bounds section, jump over it. So that saves a considerable amount of time. And funnily enough, MK64 only recently discovered this in the last maybe, I think, 3 years or something, whilst MKDS has been doing it since essentially release. So, interesting piece of trivia for you right there. Ah, that fake item box is in a very bad position for us. Slippery track as well, so you have to take that into account when handling your cart. Other than that, nothing too much to say. I guess this is a space for donations. For some reason I keep... Oh. There we go. Managed to dodge that blue. Sometimes the blue very awkwardly comes in right before that cut there, so I have to go around instead of jumping over. And again, as you can see, we are lapping the CPUs, and Daisy's getting a very dangerous item. Thankfully, we're very clear. Now, Bowser Castle 2, in my opinion, a track that got ruined by these bumps, or these zipper jumps, whatever you want to call them, boost panels. You're about to see in a minute,
Cathode ray tube,
which
noun,
completely
a vacuum tube
kill
in
the
which a
rhythm
beam of electrons
unless
is
you just
projected on a phosphor-coated
frame
screen to
perfect
produce
time it so that you
luminous
hop
spot at a
over,
point
or
on
else
the
you
screen
either
determined
hop
by the
over
effect on the
clean, or
electron beam of the
you jump
variable
over and get a
magnetic
bunch
field
of
within the tube.
just get thrown in the air and lose a bunch of time. I didn't listen to that TTS at all, by the way. I am in commentary mode right now. But yeah, this is a very, very fun track to race, minus having to do those bumps, zippers right here, sort of kills it. But this little ledge jump there, when you ride the ledge there, we coined it Zagetto. Zagetto is a former Super Smash Bros. Melee player from the Netherlands, quite popular. who used to play Mario Kart DS at a high level back in 2006, 2000, I think between 2005, 2007. And he did this in one of his time trial runs. So we just called it Zaghetto. He was also a former world champion in time trials here. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Miguel Rodriguez. The most Dutch name ever. Yeah, obviously I'll let Matthew explain a bunch of stuff. I'm just trying to like vomit as much commentary as I can. I'll let Matthew talk about this piece of shit track as well. I'm not saying a thing about this. Anything I say about this is going to be bad. I think it'll be time for donations. It's literally just an oval, bro. Yeah, Baby Park. Baby Park is just ensuring you do not get hit by anything because you're constantly lapping the CPUs. It's very, very dangerous. Having item boxes constantly. But thankfully, very, very short track. At around 40 something seconds, depending how fast you are. Thank you, Tunington. Famous Anus, famous Anus, famous Anus. Thanks for the dono. Yeah, guys, keep sending your donation messages. Okay, so now Leaf Cup. I read that completely wrong. I knew that was going to happen. A Leaf Cup, penultimate cup, starting off with another SNES track. This is Cooper Beach 2. Basically just PRB everywhere. Slight slippery terrain. Fishers obstacles. Cheap cheeps. This track recently had a shortcut discovered where you can go through a wall at a very precise angle and basically go inside the bit in the middle, like the blocky bit in the middle, trigger a few checkpoints and drive a really fast lap. So check that out. MK Dasher, that's one of his recent world records. So Choco Mountain, the next track. I believe Matthew has quite a history here, being the first person to trigger, actually, first person to sub 145 here. Back in, when was it? Don't remember, like 2016, 2015. And fired the first shot in 2009 when he... Yeah, I'll let him talk. But yeah, I'd like to mention that he was the first person to fire the first shot in 2009 for the 28 days or 29 days of Choco Mountain back-to-back, which lowered the track like over a second, by over a second or whatever it was, using conventional strats, nothing too crazy. Oh yeah, this track also saw a very awful scandal where the player eventually got caught, but I don't know if I want to go into that.
First time watcher, long time donator. This game was my memories and I have very fond childhood playing it. Save the Germany, kill the frames. Greetings from animals.
Thank you for your donation. Thanks. Yeah, basically, player who's active in other communities, a legitimately good player as well, decided to TAS a run, pass it off as world record, and it ended up being a strat that an actual legit player would use. Yeah, you guys can donate, yeah. Feel free to roleplay as donos. Okay. This is this track My favorite name for it is the maze, which was coined by Louis Benny, aka Unreal, another pretty well-known Smash player from the UK and also Mario Kart player, multi-game Mario Kart player at a high level, aka Unreal. Just because it has so many turns and stuff. But yeah, you can perform a full 3 laps of PRB here and get a cool 1:13 time using the dry bomber. In fact, I think it's the only track today in the whole game which still uses the dry bomber in a PRB world record, which is pretty amazing to think, given the game's been out for 20 years and this track hasn't graduated to use the egg one. The corners are that tight. No, Donut Plains uses egg one now in like the last 2 years, I think. So to conclude the Leaf Cup, we have Mushroom Bridge from Double Dash again. Very, very interesting track, similar to Shroom Ridge in that there are cycles.
You hurrah, 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 you hurrah.
Thank you, Puddings, for your donation. So, not much to say. Just driving as much as we can. Might be an odd thing or two. Oh, Luigi got in a car accident, poor him. Not much to say. There'll probably be anecdotes being shared, stuff to do with Time Trials, banter, blah blah blah.
Famous anus, famous
Choco
anus,
Island
famous
2
anus,
now.
famous
This
anus,
track
famous
is
anus, famous anus,
hated
famous anus, famous anus, famous anus, famous anus,
notoriously.
famous anus.
Chat, can you please stop spamming?
Hold on. No, man. Sorry. I need to get back in character. So, Choco Island 2 is the last track you'll see from the SNES series. Okay. In this game. It's extremely difficult because of how it handles these bumps at the end. The plants that are in the way. I am just missing a ton of tech here. I don't know what's going on. But you can 3-lap PRB it and save a ton of time. So I got a 55-second time there, but you can get a 47, a 46.
Let's start a donation train at
And now,
5:40 where we all talk about our favorite tracks. My favorite
The
track
Mona
in this
Lisa
game is Rainbow Road. It was very
the
hard
Abel
as a
stream.
kid, but it was so pretty that I loved it so much. Smiley
There
face
he is.
emoji. Let's
Get
meet
him
that
ready.
incentive. Chat. AGDQ hi Y.
this is Banshee Boardwalk, the home of Bubba the fish. Very ominous track. Has no shortcuts or anything. You just drive on a ghostly wooded road everywhere. And every lap you are greeted by Bubba the fish. I don't know why they added Bubba the fish in MK64 here. It doesn't really make sense given that it appears in, what is it, Tiny Huge Island in Mario 64 and other games where It's nothing to do with like, it's nothing to do with spooky setting. So yeah, I don't know, just doesn't really make too much sense to me. But he's there, and he's a fan favorite. Chat, my gum keeps being split in half, and it's like in the corner of my mouth, and then there's another one in the corner of my, anyway, whatever. Yeah, again, more of the same. Gotta navigate these CPUs, around these CPUs in such a tight road. Very, very difficult to do.
Some of them don't know you, assuming I'm a human. What I
Eminem?
gotta do to get
It is Eminem.
super neutral.
Getting more and more intense. Okay, very important track here. GBA Sky Garden has a very crucial shortcut on the bottom left of the map there, which lets you cut. Hold on, I'll just actually. You know what? I can't even do it, man. I can't talk during this section. Matthew has to talk. It's just too hard, man. But yeah, just to explain briefly, there is a shortcut near the end of lap 1, or near the end of the lap, where you are basically saving 5 seconds each time, or something crazy like that, to the left here, as opposed to going around. You can cut across here and carry on your PRB. But this track got completely, oh my god, man, just letting go of it, hey, when it shouldn't happen. But this track got completely transformed in 8 Deluxe. A lot of people were left very confused. So yeah, you can get a cool 103, 102 time using the egg one here. And that's another thing that I actually should have explained. Why you 51 minutes in and I don't explain why I use Dry Bones in the egg one. Dry Bones is the lightest character in the game. The egg one is
my favorite track was
the most
Yoshi
balanced
Circuit because it is
cart
in the
to
shape
use
of a
amongst all
Yoshi,
the
and
tracks.
that is cool.
So it
Also
comes to be
pause
the
game
optimal
key you be
configuration,
that.
the optimal combination. So yeah, you can use Toad, for example. He's more or less the same weight stat. But yeah, it's this is a game where the lightweights reign supreme. You have to keep that in mind. Very, very different to other Mario Kart games, where the heavy weight stat, for example, in Time Trial, like in Super Mario Kart, is the best. Like playing as DK Jr. and Bowser and stuff. In here, it's Dry Bones. Right, we're about to hit time here. Yoshi Circuit, not much to say. It's one of the best. Oh, there's so much going on here. It's a miracle I managed to dodge all of that. But yeah, this is looking like a very nice 53-24. And time. So that was Mario Kart DS. 32 tracks. Thank you very much, UK Speedrunner Gathering, for hosting me. It's my first time at this event. It's a real privilege to do this on home soil. I've done GDQ, I've done even RTA in Japan, ESA, but it's really lovely to be here. So thanks again. Shout outs to the Mario Kart DS players page, the Mario Kart DS Network Discord, the broader Mario Kart community. Too many people to shout out. Thank you, Matthew, for the commentary in spirit, even though I carried the whole way through. I still got a 53-24 whilst talking a bunch of shite the whole time. Anyway, yeah. Thanks Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of the event. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, what did you guys think? Tell me your thoughts. Post your thoughts in the comment section right now. Do it! Do it right now. Type good, bad, good, bad. 1 out of 10? 10 out of 10? That was a practice run. How's the commentary? Does it need more polishing? I mean, obviously, it's just me. It needs more support. Like Sky Garden, I'm going to shut my mouth and actually play. And Matthew's going to be like, oh, he's doing the shortcut now. And it was good, but too much TTS. Well, it made it... Well, you know, I don't give a shit. It's just for today. The TTS adds a bit of fun to the session. It was good, but it's hard to tell how your synergy with the other commentators will be. He's a fellow UK player, and he's very, very informative. So he's gonna do fine, and I think we're gonna nail it. But he's ill today, unfortunately, so he cannot join us. Yeah, Puddings, I think so. Well, I'm glad. I'm surprised I could fill the air for an hour, more or less, for like 50 minutes. There was like a minute or two where I was like, just talking out my ass or just talking to the chat briefly. 9.5 out of 10, but I didn't understand why you were talking like we didn't know anything about the game, but then I realized you are... Yeah, it's a practice run. Practice run. Anyway. That was cool. It's, you know, that's as improvised as it's going to be. That improvised. Oh, and by the way, I've sent him the notes you guys used for for GDQ last year. So he's probably going to adapt those. But yeah, thanks for the mostly pretty much positive feedback throughout. I think what I didn't do, though, was very, very crucial thing was not explain. I didn't explain the egg one and drive, like the character cart combination, and PRB came in on Cheap Cheap Beach, and it wasn't PRB in the sense of starting the race and being in PRB. It was PRB reset, right? So that was a bit awkward to explain, and there was so much going on, like. My commentary seems to be more reactive. Like a blue shell comes, I'll be like, oh, okay, I guess I'll explain blue shell dodging. But yeah. I guess we can do another one, but I don't know if I want to... Should I do more commentary?
I hope whoever invented ibuprofen got the best, most luxurious sloppy toppy of all time, because this shit is single-handedly carrying me through this sickness right now.
You're sick too, QB? Why is everybody sick? Hope you get well soon. Puddings is sick, QB is sick, and I think somebody else in chat is also sick. Oh yeah, and I have to probably adapt my commentary for Saga apparently cheering me on in the background, because he's probably going to be there physically in the flesh. So that's going to be funny. Ibuprofen gives me internal bleeding. Yikes. What about paracetamol? But anyway, I'm quite happy I got a 53-24 with all that shite I talked. That was pretty good. Alright. Aoyama, thank you very much. Muchas gracias, amigo. That's another event I think I need to do. I need to do it in Spanish now. I need to do it in Spanish, and I need to get Dasher as a co-commentator if it's going to be in Madrid. I think there's an in-person event in Madrid. Anyway, will you reset for no DK in UKSG? No, because it has to be Oh, do you mean like if I am to do this constantly until I get no DK? Is that what you mean? Look at that, no DK. You really should sign up for Spanish language events. I could try it out, yeah. HBJ_OW, thank you for the follow. Hostia, tú, que el guiri se habla español. Hostia, tú, que el guiri este... Ahí va, habla español, tío. No puedo creer que el guiri este habla español, no me lo puedo creer, tío. Alright. Let's do another run. Bueno, esta categoría se llama 32 circuitos, 32 tracks. Y nada, es jugar todos los circuitos en orden. Contra los CPUs en modo difícil. Y nada, empezamos aquí con circuito en 8. Y la técnica que estás viendo se llama snaking, que es derrapar constantemente para abusar de la alta velocidad. I'm really struggling to translate everything in my head. Serpentear. I'm never, ever gonna call it that. Dude, MKDS notes! MKDS noted, chat. MKDS noted. Don't show me that cat. Yeah, and plus I don't know half of the I don't know half of the track names in Spanish. Come on, Mary. Show him how it's done, Mary. Wait, is she AFK? Oh no, I think she's AFK. Mary! That is the most bullshit way to get blued. Cataratas Yoshi. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Would this be Playa Chip Chip? Hello, Kieran Travis. What's up, man? Lovely Meta Knight emote. Oh, I actually know where she is. I can actually hear her. Yeah, she's AFK. She's gonna come back and be really mad. Chat, post Brian. Chat, this is your chance to post Brian right now. Capital B. Brian, capital B, right now. You guys can get away with it. Look at this. Look at this. This is so beautiful, man. Ah! Very early lightning. Yeah, get a Brian pyramid going. Get as many Brians as possible. She can't ban everybody. We need more. We need more. She can't time out the entire chat. I'm not allowing it. Oh, that was a nice photo finish right there. Lovely. If she gets back to her PC, she's gonna look. And I'll hear her react and be like, what the fuck? I'm telling you. No! I'm giga garbage, man. What? Mary? I'm so sorry for what you're about to see. I had to do it. Mary, I'm so sorry for what you're about to see. She's gonna have a look now. She's gonna go, what the fuck, in 2 seconds. What? Excuse me? You cannot time out the whole chat, though. No, don't. It's fine. You were AFK. This was a Brian redeem moment. No! She's doing it! Put him away! Put him away! No, no! Abort! Abort! Oh! I had nothing to do with this. Alright, 13 seconds. She's timing out everybody. Wow. For those of you who don't know, maybe Puddings or somebody type ! Brian in chat, just so people are aware of what's going on. why Mary is purging so many people in chat right now. Wait, what happened? I just heard you go. Anyway. She timed out so many people. What? What happened? Oh, she timed out someone that said brain. Whatever, we'll be back in 60 seconds. Whatever, it's not the end of the world. Okay, let's see if we can get a good Delfino. Oh, yes. Oh, unfortunate. And I'm on 2 out of 3 dot cuts right now. I think Mary will be taken to the Tower of London if that were to happen. And that is why we hate Rob with a passion. See what he did there? Wait, why'd you time him out? What did Saga do? What did Saga do? He didn't type Brian. No, it was lowercase. No, it was lowercase, so it's fine. That's a wrong ban. No, you know the rules. She's triggered, therefore. Anyway, take care, Saga. Thanks for watching. Oh, I am a bit... No, that's fine. It has to be capital B, Brian. All uppercase Brian, lowercase Brian is fine. Dude, I am pressing the D-pad. Why is it not fast falling? Oh yeah, Matthew's gonna grill me here, I think. When this track comes along. Two minutes. Yeah, she's on a real power trip today. But to be fair, I've enabled it. Oh, no. Predictions. Well, you know what happens when predictions, when polls get put up on this stream. Also, bingo again soon, sometime. Like quick bingo rounds, maybe. What did we last do? We did a 3x3 board, so maybe we could do a 4x4. And I'll do a correct format on screen. I was going to say this was a really nice run, but no longer, given the blue that's about to come. Oh, I'm going to dodge it. Nice. Nice, okay. Bit slow, but we got through it. Nothing I can do about the RNG, unfortunately. This is looking like a just barely a sub 54 pace. Oh yeah, and in my demonstration run, my practice run, I just went for the star item just to show that off. But normally at world record pace, on world record attempts, I just go around. Because we're going to gamble since it's faster. Elite lap 1. My god. I think I should have tried to switch my MT there. Still, we're on course for a decent little run. No longer. No longer. Very, very unlucky. Normally I'm quite confident with taking that corner, but this time round I just hit the wall and cost me my ability to dodge the blue. Can I sacrifice myself 30 minutes so people who post Brian will no longer be punished? That's actually a good idea. But she's probably not going to agree to it whatsoever. No, but isn't that good? Isn't that a good gimmicky thing? So we'll have a Twitch chat Abel martyr. And then they'll be able to Brian for like 30 minutes. Punishment 3. What do you think? Don't gasp. Take this seriously. This is a serious proposition. Alright, we'll discuss it with the board. No! Why was it taking so long to arrive? What? So, wait, does that mean... So, how... Oh, God. How long is Ethan timed out for? Okay. But... Nah. Oh, this is such a garbage run. I don't know why I'm continuing. Okay, that was the cleanest cut ever. Why aren't my fingers... Okay, 2 out of 3. That was actually nice. No way. 3 out of 3 and I jumped over... No! And I jumped over Luigi's fat head. What's whack is that nearly 80% of the runs Abel finishes on stream are faster than literally anyone else on Earth has ever done. Objectively true. With like maybe the exception of Toa, who's done like a 53... 40 something, and what's his name? Amayuki, I think, has a... I think Amayuki's second place for 32 tracks. I think, out of boredom, I think I'm just going to send Tiger a capture card. So he can finally grind 32 tracks and make this interesting. I want to see, like, if I convince him to do this on the side, he'll probably get a 51 insta. And my relevancy on Twitch will fade. Everybody will stop watching me. Oh, it's that former record holder. What a loser. Huh, got beaten by a 15-year-old. God damn, man. Very, very unlucky with that. A 151, okay. Yeah, I think the UK is then, statistically speaking, the most stacked after Japan. It's me, Marissa, Matthew, and recently Howl has become a very good player. Then we've got the likes of Saga coming through. And so many like past legends who are still good at the game. Like Ben Wilson, Lewis Benny, James Lear, Tim Shelbourne, who sometimes comes on the stream. Christ. No way of dodging that. No way in hell I dodged that ever. Yeah, that's what I find amazing. Like, how did he not stream any kart DS at any point? I don't understand. If Dasher gets capture again and starts doing time trials on stream, I think he will literally get 50 viewers in the first few days. He will match my viewer base, my viewer numbers, like instantly. Okay. Another garbage race. I think I need to try and PRB here. Okay, it just didn't want to drift. Red Shell used front attack. Abel is super confused. Yeah, there are like no legit Venezuelan players. Please be the first. Or like legit, yeah. Well, if it, I mean, I think, yeah, Malo probably is legit, but it's all tainted by their association with, Pepe? I don't even know how to say the name. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm completely wrong on it, but like, for someone who made such noise every day in that Discord to then disappear right when their friend got caught. Just fucking South America really fucked up in this game, haven't they? It's a shame. 'Cause I was so happy when Lekuki got that supposed world record on Mario Circuit. And then on Choco Mountain, which, you know, became a complete meme. Dude, this D-pad is incredible. What? Like, I'm rocking my thumb. Why is it not happening, man? Just allow me to play decent. Pretty cool dodge. Down 157, which I didn't. From Peru. We'll have to see. Have to wait and see. South America has an interesting affinity with retro Mario Kart. I will say that much. Alright, will I fast fall? Nope. Nope, I will not. Please, Toad. Thank you. What do you know? Yeah, I'm more used to right MT pipe shortcut now. Another blue shell. Just over a minute in. Well, at least it's before the shortcut. Yeah, there it is. It's not too bad. I bet you there'll be another one. Let's try this out. Nope. It's so difficult, man. I knew something was going to happen. Yeah, they always get in the way. They always get in the way, no matter what, man. Not happening. Just not happening. Fucking hell, man. Either I get it first try or I just do not get it at all. That one was so close. Okay, well, to reset this, unfortunately. Let's try again. Hey, EBM. Yeah, same here, Puddings. Me too. I eventually want to go to South America. Like, I'd like to go to Argentina one day. Do a meetup in Africa. Build. Promote the local. Start up a local VS race in Mozambique. Play Wi-Fi with a lion. Hold a 3-lap PRB on Desert Hills on 50cc whilst a Cobra tries to violently sting you and spit acid at you. That's going on the bucket list. Boys and girls, that's going on the bucket list. I've always wanted to play Shine Runners in Algeria. Oh, of course you do. All I'm saying is Morocco Kart DS. Ooh, a fairly decent race for once in my life. Really, an MKDS net guy. Was he hyped up? It's really crazy what Morocco did in that World Cup. Like, seriously, so unprecedented. For the love of God, man. Oh, I just noticed the crabs spawn back. I never knew that. So the crabs spawn back, but the cheap cheeps remain. Interesting. You could hear his family celebrating in the other room. Oh. Okay, this is looking like it's, with a bit of luck, gonna be a sub 6 if I just keep playing well. Yeah, I think one day an African country will win the World Cup. Like Ghana or Nigeria or Morocco. Morocco will definitely use this 2022 World Cup to like inspire a future generation. Make no mistake. Dude, that little fucking pixel ruined it. Also an Asian team. Like, Japan can win the World Cup one day, I think. Or South Korea. Japan had a good chance to get to the quarterfinals. I think it was that year, and then they lost to a comeback by Belgium, didn't they? Like an insane comeback by Belgium. Well, you gotta look for tickets now, because they are gonna be expensive. Unless they already are very expensive. I hear they go in the hundreds of dollars, or maybe more than $1,000 each, I think. Like, now is your chance to go, because the next time the USA will host a tournament of this magnitude will be like in another 30 years. No joke. The US hosted the World Cup. My God, man. The US hosted the World Cup before this in 1994. That was the year I was born. Summer of 1994. So like 31 years ago. Dude, this D-pad is about to go in decommission. I don't understand. She's gonna... Oh, I knew it. It's always so perfect with their timings. Now she's gonna get a red. No way. What a jump. That's as tight as it can get. But sadly we're slow because the bridge is being raised. Shouldn't have done that. But yeah, Puddings, think about, if you're thinking about trying to get tickets, you gotta think fast now. Because they will be sold out very quickly. And they're gonna be very expensive. Alright. This is a very garbage run. Doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Unfortunately. That's not the first time I've been shocked at the end of lap 1 in like the last week on Waluigi Pinball. I don't know why that's been happening. That's seriously fucking bullshit, man. I never get shocked that early on this track. And I've been playing this category since 2021. How can I get fucking shocked that often, man? 36 seconds in. That's insane. Another one? Christ. Okay, game. Okay. What can you do? There was a lottery for tickets to World Cup games that was open from September 10th to yesterday. Ouch. Ouchie. Ouchie. Well, that's GG. But yeah, tickets are probably gonna go for like 1,000. Believe me. This isn't like some concert or whatever. This is a World Cup. These come every 4 years. This is like the biggest event in the whole world. So tickets are gonna be mad expensive. This was a nice run. What? Just fucking move. Why are you going wide, man? What? I don't understand. I got a 139, by the way. I got a 139 without the mushroom. Holy shit, man. That would have been a gold. Stupid fucking CPUs, man. Just go anywhere else. Why do you have to go in front of me? It is Ogre. Well, next time you come to the UK, we will go to a match. We'll go to a Premier League match. All right. Hell, you can go watch an MLS match, which is okay. You get to see Messi. Like, go watch Inter Miami against whoever, and you'll just see Messi, Suarez, and all these players, like all these European, all used to play in Europe players. Okay. To the USA though, so bring your bulletproof vests. Okay, that was a nice lap one. Okay, missed a gajillion MTs, but that's fine. Okay, 133 is pretty good. Been to Sun if you're into that sort of vibe, and if you like the sport, it's definitely worth. Okay. Crazy to think I've been to a J-League match in Japan in 2024. FC Tokyo against Kawasaki Frontal, I think it was, in like August. It was super cool. Just waiting for a lightning now to steal this gold away from me. Or Wario. That would have golded. For sure, that would have golded. Man. Thank you, helpful squid. Just heard the, what's it called? It's not the Monty Mole. What's the other thing called? The Rocky Wrench. Make a noise. It sounded like a bat, man. Squeaked. Never heard it like that before. A peach. That's nice. Just a random person gave you a peach. Oh, it was someone at the store. That's nice. Because it would have gone bad, probably. By the next day. Dude, it's so tiring. No. Don't even want to carry on. I think that's the end of the stream, guys. It's almost midnight here for me. I need to get some sleep. You need to get some rest, wherever you are. And, yeah, let's see if we can raid. Thanks very much for watching. Should be back tomorrow with some more. Probably going to do another practice run, try and refine the commentary a bit more. Hopefully Matthew's feeling well enough to join in. But for now, I am going to be raiding. Let me see what we can be raiding. Come on. Guess we can raid Logan. Let's just raid Logan. Screw it. Thanks, guys, as always, for being here. Appreciate it a lot. As always, go watch Logan. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye bye. Take care. Bye bye.